put this at the beginning of the video, Clayton. 60% of our viewers aren't subscribed to our channel. Do us a favor, subscribe to our channel. I don't try to sell you guys merch all the time or tell you to buy all our stuff. We share lots of content. Subscribe. Clayton, look at you. Clayton's going away tomorrow, and it's currently storming out. He's going on vacation. He's leaving me. But it's the new year. We wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. We haven't had a video in like, feels like a month. So we took some time off, obviously, for vacation and Christmas vacation, holidays, New Year's, all that stuff. But we wanted to give you guys a little bit of video of what's kind of in store for this year. Wish everybody a happy new year, of course. And kind of tell you what's in store, projects we got on the go, stuff that Clayton and I are working on, some client cars, the drag car. So let's get to it. So first up, the drag car. As you guys would have seen on the last video we did with this, I think the last video we did was the 1,000 horsepower video, right, Clayton? Come on, give us an answer.
I don't know, man.
Was it around that?
It was, no, we did a video.
No, I think it was the last video, 1,000 horsepower.
Just check it.
Check it. So we fixed all of the boost leaks. We'll probably go over all this in the video, but redid the charge pipe, the intake manifold's been off, the intercooler, a bunch of stuff has been modified on it, although it looks mostly the same, and I still have a old coolant jug as a catch can right now. But we have that finished and ready to test again. So it is parked in front of the dyno now. It's gonna happen soon, but it's also been parked in front of the dyno for the last week or so. But we do plan on dynoing it pretty soon. That's the first thing probably for this year. First thing on the agenda for this year. Next would be the car behind you, Clayton, which is a Mark 6 GTI. This car was on the channel before, and I'm just gonna switch on the other side of you. This car was, I'll link the video above. It was the CTS Boss 500 kit. It made like 320 to 340, I can't remember exactly, in around there on pump gas, but it's got a whole bunch of upgrades. The engine's been apart now. We're gonna push this thing a little bit further. So for the 2-liter Mark 6 GTI guys, look for a video coming soon on this one. Next up would be, for the guys that have been following us along on the channel for quite a while, the Mark 5 all-wheel drive car. This car, man, has been around for so long, and we're finally putting our heads down and getting this thing buttoned up and on the dyno, finished and on the dyno. We're shooting for quite a bit of power in this thing for a street car, and I'm finishing up welding the manifold now. We've got the rear end of the car. I'll link this whole series above for the people that are new to the channel. But there's a whole series doing an all-wheel drive conversion, building the engine, building manifold, a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll see a whole bunch of stuff on that video or on that car coming up. Next up is this one, Mark 4 1AT, 20th anniversary, Clayton?
I think so.
20th anniversary.
Really dark window tint.
Really dark window tint. Doesn't even look like it has a windshield, actually. That is so dark. This car was brought here all the way from Chicago, Illinois, and we're shooting for 600 plus wheel horsepower. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's gonna go on with this one.
It'll probably be a whole video just going through like
what
with this car.
We'll probably do a video of like just the parts and stuff that are going specifically with this thing. So that's kind of what's in the shop right now. We do have a couple of big builds over the winter. Mark 7 stuff, Audi TT stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff that is in the works and will be here, and likely you guys will see some content on that. For Clayton and I, what is Clayton working on this year? What's your goals to work on?
My goal, I guess, would be one, getting Kayla's car wrapped up. And
for those that don't know or new to the channel, Kayla owned, that's Clayton's wife, Mark IV R32, ran for many years with the turbo kit that we built at 400 plus wheel horsepower. Most of it ever did was
time at the track.
And mostly lived at the track. It did eat a valve, took the engine out, and
everything snowballed from there.
It snowballed from there. So horsepower goals this time around is a lot higher. It's getting it's getting everything. And with that said, Clayton, you mentioned this earlier before we started filming this video. We have a lot of videos that are in the works and being filmed in the background as time goes on, like the R32.
Yeah, instead of having like tiny little updates of like, oh, the head built or whatever it is, there's lots that have been filmed over like the last year or some of these
Right,
projects.
of some of that stuff. And Kayla's car would be one of those things. So Mark IV R32, big turbo, big power. That is coming this year. If it doesn't, Clayton may not have a wife.
Yeah, exactly.
What else, Clayton?
Well,
S3
for me,
maybe?
a little bit of work on the S3. It's not much, just suspension, look after some other little things, and kind of just make it a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Got another car at home that probably pick away at that'll be on the channel at some point as well, but nothing really going on with that. Really, main focus is Kayla's car, and then probably try to get to the track with the Mark 1 more.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
The other car you mentioned, you're not going to divulge it? You're going to hold out?
No,
It's not a big deal. Come on.
It's picked up an old air-cooled 911. So
Yeah, there we go. I got
that'll
it. For people that might follow Clayton on Instagram, you already would know that. But
Yeah.
he did pick up an air-cooled 911. Nothing crazy going to go on with that thing, but you will see it here. We'll probably chuck it on the dyno to have some fun with it.
Of course.
And so that's it for your kind
I think so. I don't have no room for nothing else. I get rid of the Miata, I get rid of the Touareg.
of right, Miata. We didn't even bring that up on this channel because
Yeah.
Miata's
Best car ever.
no
Best
way.
car ever.
And
What
then
about you? What about you? What about
And then
you?
for me, we've talked about it before on the channel. I'm waiting on a couple more parts. I just got the clutch kit and stuff in for it, but 07K swapped Mark 6R essentially. So that whole project, we didn't get a two-door Mark 6R here, which is one of my favorite looking Rs.
Yeah, so we basically all-wheel drive swapped your car over a weekend. There's
Right.
a video about that. We'll put that in there.
So I had a Mark 6 GTI. We did an all-wheel drive swap, all the bumpers, everything. So now it's the two-door Mark 6R. But I'm doing an 07K 5-cylinder swap with a big turbo, standalone, all that stuff. That's my daily. That is in store for this winter. We're just waiting on a few more things. So for the 5-cylinder guys, we definitely have 5-cylinder content coming. That's one thing. Obviously, the drag car for me personally is a big one. We want to run 8s with this thing this year.
What about, and maybe some people don't know this, what about the Silly Rabbit, man?
Yeah, the Silly Rabbit. So for those that have been on long members on Vortex, I have people message me on Instagram and
Or
stuff
even
sometimes.
have read PVWs over like the
PVWs,
last
yeah.
20
No,
years.
but I was getting to the people on Vortex. I would be, in my old Vortex name was Jeebus. I've had people, Jeebus. I've had lots of people message me and like, are you Jeebus? Is that Silly Rabbit from Vortex? So my old Mark 1 Rabbit still exists. The engine that ended up getting into my drag car and creating a whole other
Which was
world.
supposed to be a very short-term thing.
That snowballed very terribly down a very big hill. But the Mark 1, I do want to have that sitting here by the end of this year. I said it in 2023. The drag car has just snowballed into something I never thought we'd ever get to, which I'm very happy about. But that kind of prolonged the Mark 1. So the Mark 1, I'm rambling. If you follow back quite a few videos earlier, maybe 2023, maybe, I bought a Mark 7R as a salvage. I ended up scattering the engine on the dyno. But I plan on putting everything from a Mark 7R all-wheel drive engine, everything in a Mark 1, in my old Mark 1. So that one I want to work on more than anything, but I have a lot of things in the works that I need to finish up first before that. And with that said, in regards to engines and stuff that's working on, we have Gen 3 stuff. I don't know what I filmed for this specific engine build, but lots of Gen 3 engine builds. There's another built Gen 3 engine there. VR builds.
12 valve, right?
1AT builds. We got engines. This one here, that one's from, I think, Connecticut, something like that. So we got lots of engine builds in the works as well. I'm rambling. Clayton, I just wanted to get on here. It's been a few weeks. Wish everybody a New Year. show you guys
what are people excited for? What are you guys excited to see?
Actually, that's a great question. What do you guys?
And of what we mentioned, what's the most exciting for you guys?
Yeah,
obviously, like what's good for us is like I'm excited for the keyless car. Obviously, I think Dave is too with that 2.5 little things that we're excited about. But like, what are you guys excited about?
Yeah, yes. And when he's asking that, he's about kind of what we've mentioned, what we've mentioned. I get lots of people that we have lots of 2-liter turbo or 118. They're like, oh, do more CC content, big turbo CC or whatever. It's the same engine in all those things. So if you have a Tiguan, you have a GTI or a Jetta, 2-liter turbo content is 2-liter turbo content.
Yeah.
So
just imagine it in another car.
Imagine in a different chassis. So if you guys have something specific that you're looking for, comment below. If you have any questions or comments about these things or how to get in touch with us in regards to tuning or doing your build, hit us up through email or Instagram. That's one of my New Year's resolutions. I'm going to try to post a little bit more on Instagram. I'm terrible at doing that. If you have any questions, ask below. Clayton, forget anything?
No, follow us on Instagram.
Oh!
Yeah. Like Dave, Clayton, me, Robbie.
Yeah, yours is CT MFC. So Clayton, put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. Yeah. One last thing I'm going to say before we go. Half the people have probably already left. Put this at the beginning of the video, Clayton. 60% of our viewers aren't subscribed to our channel. Do us a favor, subscribe to our channel. I don't try to sell you guys merch all the time or tell you to buy all our stuff. We share lots of content. Subscribe. See you later.